Founded in 1981, OKA Group is one of Malaysia's largest precast concrete manufacturers, supplying products for the drainage, sewerage, building, and also the water infrastructure. OKA Group is listed on Bursa Malaysia in 2002. So the group is focuses on the quality, innovation, and becoming a regional integrated supplier of infrastructure solutions. As of 1 July 2026, OKA is trading at RM0.440. So based on the moving average indicator, the average line is below the current share price, so which suggests a positive price trend. This indicates a potential buy signal as the stock is trading above its recent average level. Next, for the MACD indicator, the MACD line is at 0.0032, which remains within a neutral range and is not close to the upper or lower extreme. This suggests that there is currently no strong buy or sell signal, so the appropriate stance for now would be to hold. For the rate of change indicator, the reading is 1.1%, which is close to equilibrium and still far from the overbought or oversold level of 5.892. This mean momentum is relatively stable and the indicator does not point to any clear trading signal. Therefore, the view from this indicator is also to hold. Moving on to the RSI, the reading is at 50%, which is in the neutral zone and well below the overbought level of 70% and above the oversold level of 30%. So this shows that the stock is neither overbought nor oversold at the moment. As such, there is no immediate buy or sell signal, and the recommendation remains hold. Lastly, the stochastic indicator showed the key percent at 33.3%, which is also within the neutral range and not close to the overbought level of 80% or the oversold level of 20%. This indicates that the stock has not entered a strong momentum zone, so the signal from this indicator is likewise to hold. In conclusion, although the moving average suggests a potential buy signal, the MACD rate of changes, RSI, and stochastic indicators are also showing the neutral condition. So therefore, the overall recommendation is to hold while monitoring the stock for stronger confirmation before making a more aggressive buy decision.
Hi, my name is Shamira. Today I will explain about Axiata Group Berhad. Axiata Group Berhad is one of the leading telecommunication and digital service provider in Asia. Headquartered in Kuala Lumpur, the company plays a significant role in driving region connectivity and digital transformation. With a strong presence across multiple Asian markets, Axiata focus on delivering innovative mobile broadband and digital solutions while supporting sustainable growth and strategy vision, advising Asia. Reflect its commitment to expanding digital inclusion and enhance technological development across the region. Now I will explain about technical analysis. The stock price show the moderate recovery trend after a previous downtrend as seen by the gradual upward movement approaching the resistance level around RM 2.17. The price is currently trading near a key resistance zone indicating a potential breakout or reversal depending on market momentum. In MA, moving average line suggests that the price is stabilizing with the short-term trend attempting to cross above the long-term trend, which may signal a bullish reversal in sustain. The MACD indicator show the MACD line is slightly above the signal line, although momentum appear weak as the histogram as a flattening. They indicate that a bullish momentum exists but is a losing strength, suggesting a cut for trend. The relative strength index RSI is around the mid-level, approximately 60%, indicating that the stock is neither overbought or nor oversold. This reflects a natural market condition with a slight bullish bias. The stochastic oscillator is trending downward from the overbought region, which may a signal of possible short-term pullback before my further upward movement. Support level are identified around 2 and 1.90, while a resistance is observed near 2.17. A breakout above resistance could lead to a further upside, while a failure to break may result in a consideration or a minor decline. In a conclusion, overall the stock show early sign a bullish recover, but a weakening momentum in indicator suggests that investors should monitor closely for a confirmation before making strong buy decision. Make your strong buy decision. That's all for me. Thank you.
WCT Holdings Berhad is a Malaysian investment holding company that operates mainly in engineering and construction, property development as well as management sectors. The company also involved in infrastructure projects like highways, airport, commercial buildings and residential developments. Today, I'll present the technical analysis of WCT based on 5 technical indicators, namely moving average, MACD, rate of change, RSI, and stochastic. First is the 20-day moving average. On 8 July 2026, the closing price of WCT is 0.415 ringgit Malaysia, while the 20-day moving average is 0.410 ringgit Malaysia. Since the closing price is above the moving average, it indicates that the stock is showing a bullish trend, which means buyers have slightly more control over the market. Therefore, my suggestion for this indicator is buy. MACD. The MACD value is negative 0.0038, while the signal line is negative 0.0063. Since the MACD line is above the signal line, it indicates that bullish momentum is beginning to strengthen. However, both values are still below zero, meaning the uptrend is still weak and has not been fully confirmed. Therefore, the MACD gives a weak buy signal. The third indicator is the rate of change. The ROC value is 0%, while its moving average is 0.5%. This indicates that the stock has very little price momentum with no strong buying or selling pressure. Therefore, the ROC suggests a hold signal. Next is the relative strength index. The RSI value is 56.5, which is between the oversold level of 30 and the overbought level of 70. This means the stock is in a neutral condition, so there is still room for the price to move either upward or downward. Therefore, the RSI gives a hold signal. Finally, the stochastic shows that K is 44.4 while D is 55.6. Since the K line is below the D line, it indicates weakening short-term momentum and suggests that selling pressure is increasing. Therefore, the stochastic indicator gives a sell signal. Conclusion, the moving average and MACD indicators suggest a buy signal. The ROC and RSI indicators suggest hold, while the stochastic indicator suggests sell. Based on all the indicators, my final recommendation is hold. This is because the indicators provide mixed signals and there is no strong confirmation of a clear upward or downward trend. Therefore, investors are advised to wait for stronger confirmation before making a buy or selling decision. Thank you.
Nestle Malaysia Berhad is one of the leading food and beverage company in Malaysia and subsidiary of Nestle Switzerland. The company was established in Malaysia in 1912 and has been listed on the main market Bursa Malaysia. Nestle Malaysia produce many well-known brands such as Milo, Maggi and also Nescafe, which are widely consumed by Malaysians. The company operates several manufacturing plants in Malaysia and export its products to many countries. Due to strong brand portfolio, the stable financial performance, Nestle Malaysia is considered one of the major consumer product company listed on Bursa Malaysia. As of 10 July 2026, Nestle is trading at RM91 ringgit 80 cents. Based on moving average indicator, the average line is above the current share price. This shows that the stock is in a weak trend because the current price is lower than its average price. Therefore, the MA indicator gives a bearish signal and investors should be careful. Next, for MACD indicator, the MACD value is negative 1.352 while the signal line is negative 1.223. Since the MACD line is below the signal line, so both values are negative. This shows that selling pressure is still strong, therefore the MACD indicator suggests a sell or hold signal. For ROC indicator, the reading is negative 4.2%, which is below the equilibrium level of 0%. This means that the stock price momentum is still weak and has been declined recently. However, it has not reached the extreme oversold level yet. Therefore, the signal from the indicator is to hold and wait for further confirmation. Moving to RSI, the reading is 27.8%, which is below the oversold level of 30%. This indicates that the stock may be oversold and the price has fallen too much. Usually, this condition may lead to a price rebound in future. Therefore, the RSI gives an early buy signal. So, we should wait for confirmation before buying. Lastly, the stochastic indicator shows that K percent is 27.8% and the D percent is 21.6%. Both values are close to the oversold line. This suggests that the downward momentum is slowing down and there may be a chance for a stock price to recover soon. Hence, the stochastic indicator also gives an early buy signal. In conclusion, the moving average MACD ROC indicator still show a bearish trend, while for the RSI and the stochastic indicator suggest that the stock is oversold and may be rebound soon. Therefore, the overall recommendation is to hold and wait.
In this section, I will talk about Bumi Armada Berhad. Bumi Armada Berhad is a Malaysian multinational company that provides offshore energy facilities and services to the oil and gas industry. The company specializes in the development, operation, and maintenance of floating production, storage, offloading vessels, as well as offshore support and marine services. And now we're going to look at their stock price movement to see if there are any buy or sell signal for any investor who interested in this company. For the first indicator, we're going to look at Bollinger Band. You can see it has three lines. The lower band, the moving average, and the upper band. And the black line representing the price movement has exceeded the upper band. This suggests the asset is trading in an overbought region and the price might reverse. In other words, this indicator is suggesting a sell signal. So any investors who wants to sell some of their holdings, this might be the right time to do so. Moving on to our next indicator. Our next indicator is rate of change or ROC. Here we can see the value of overbought is at 12% and the oversold value is negative 12%. And the rate of change is currently sitting at 10.4%. Although the rate ROC line seems to move in the direction of the overbought line, it still has not reached or exceed the overbought line. Therefore, what this indicator suggesting is a hold signal. Moving to our next indicator. This is MACD. We can see that the overbought line is sitting at 0.014 and the oversold line is sitting at negative 0.014. But the MACD line is sitting at 0.0045, which is far from crossing neither overbought and oversold line. There is no meaningful signal here, no buy or sell signal. What this suggests is a hold signal. And the next indicator is RSI. The RSI is currently sitting at 73.7%, which is above the overbought line that sits at a fixed line at 70%. This suggests that the asset is in the overbought region, that telling us the buying momentum may be weakening and the price pullback could occur in the future. Therefore, the RSI generate a sell signal for investors out there who wants to sell their stocks. Lastly, we have stochastic. This indicator also has a fixed overbought line sitting at 80%, while the oversold line fixed at 20%. As we can see, the stochastic value is at 100%, which exceeded the overbought line. This suggests the asset is in the overbought value region and the price may experience a reversal. In other words, it suggests a sell signal. Or investors who wants to offload their holding may use this signal. So, to conclude, based on our analysis using these 5 indicators, the overall recommendation for Armada counter is sell position. The majority of the indicators suggest that the market is showing bearish condition or that the asset may be overvalued at its current price. Therefore, investors who are considering selling their holdings may use this as a favorable opportunities to do so.